Hello, fifth graders. Today we're doing lesson 8-7, multiplying mixed numbers. Before we can multiply mixed numbers, let's review a couple of things. In your notebooks, I want you to write down 1/3 times 2/3. So what is the first step when we're multiplying fractions? Well, we go straight across the top and straight across the bottom. 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, and we get 2/9. Now let's review, what do we do to turn a mixed number into an improper fraction? So let's try 1 1/4. Well, to turn this into an improper fraction, what do you think the first step is? We're going to take our whole number and multiply it by our denominator. So copy this in your notebook. 1 times 4 is 4. And then we're going to add the numerator. So it's 1 times 4 is 4 plus this numerator of 1, which gives us 5. This new answer becomes our new numerator. And what about our denominator? Well, that stays the same. So 1 1/4 equals 5/4. Now to check that, we can do division. 5 divided by 4. How many times does 4 go in the 5? 1 time. That becomes our whole number. And how many are left over? 1. And the denominator stays the same. All right, let's look at an actual multiplying mixed numbers problem. So let's start with 1 1/4 times 2 1/4. The first thing that's always a good idea to do is estimate our product. So let's look at 1 1/4. Well, I know that 1/4, is that closer to 0, a half, or a whole? So 1/4 is actually right between 0/4 and 2/4. But I'm going to say that as far as whole numbers go, 1 1/4, if it's closer to 1 or 2, I'm going to say it's closer to 1. And then 2 1/4, is it closer to 2 or 3? I'm going to say it's closer to 2. So I know that 1 times 2 equals 2. So we're looking for an answer that's around 2. All right, what's the first thing we need to do here? 1 1/4, let's focus on this. We need to change each of these into an improper fraction to multiply. So 1 1/4, we're going to do 1 times 4, which is 4, plus the numerator of 1. So that gives us 5/4 times, now let's do the next mixed number into an improper fraction. You take the whole number 2, multiply it by the denominator of 4, that gives us 8. And then we're going to add the numerator. Plus 1 is 9, so that gives us 9/4. Now that we got rid of the mixed numbers, now we're able to do our traditional multiplying of fractions, which means we go straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 5 times 9 is 45, and 4 times 4 is 16. Now that we have 45th sixteenths, now we can change it back into a mixed number by using division. How many times does 16 go in the 45? That would be twice. How many are left over? 13, and we keep the same denominator.